Alright, welcome back to Inscryption. We've encountered the Trapper. We're through the first round with him. This is tricky. This game gets tricky. It's... Yeah. Okay. Exquisite pelts, but the cycle must continue. Are you gonna take my cards? I think you are. Let's trade. Oh! It's the trader is just the mask flipped upside down. I feel like I should have noticed that. That's really well done. Powerful cards, I will accept only the finest pelts for them. Trade for what you can, but know this, the rest will stay and fight for me. Oh. So I can... Wait, why is it letting me if I click on these, it does nothing. Trade for what you can. Alright, what do I want? What do I want, or what do I not want to fight? Defensive Flying Grizzly is not as big a deal for me. I don't have a lot of flying cards. Elk's already annoying. Having this extra ability isn't doing a lot more. Stinky River Snapper, whatever. I have a lot of cards with extra damage. Its health is the big obstacle. Flying Rattler, annoying, but, you know, to be perfectly honest, I don't know if they're playing fair at all on the costs. I don't know why I didn't notice that before, but as far as Blood and Bones go, I think they're ignoring the costs completely. The Raven is good, and with Touch of Dead, I don't know, it doesn't matter, because it kind of doesn't matter because I don't have a lot of flyers. So I'm mostly doing a defensive kill of it. Or an offensive kill, not a defensive one. So, same with the Turkey Vulture here. I think this Grizzly and the Great White are probably my most interesting picks. But they both cost 3 blood. But do I take them just to remove them? I would have chosen differently. Alright, well, you know what? I don't know. Why am I... Oh, are we going straight in? Is this your fight now? Holy shit. Alright, well, huh. I might be screwed. At least they're not in the front line. So my Turkey Vulture is going to keep doing 2 damage a turn. But I'm going to take 5 damage the next turn. Minimum. And actually the Great White is a disadvantage to me because this means it won't defend. So if I'm not, I need it to be winning my turn in terms of net teeth gained in order to be useful. Otherwise, it would have been better to defend. Oh, man. So, do I sacrifice my squirrel? I think yes. It's not doing anything. I sacrifice my squirrel to play the Great White. Or I sacrifice the squirrel to play the Black Goat? I think the magpie is now not useful. At least not this turn, because burning 2 cards to play 1 to search for 1 I may not be able to even play is a very, very inefficient trade right now. I need to draw a squirrel to play a squirrel here to defend against the elk. And then I need to play the black goat using this squirrel, which is currently not useful. I'm going to play it down. And then I need to play the great white with the black goat. Now, do I play it here or there? These are both flyers, so I don't really care that they're poisonous. I think I'm in the clear either way. And in fact, the great white is better here because it will take out 2 lines. Eventually, right? Because these are still going to defend even though they're flyers. And if I happen to draw something else that has bones, then I'm in good shape. Oh, the overkill! Yes, alright. That works amazingly for me, actually. What is that scraping noise? Is that them skinning something? Okay. So what am I currently doing this turn? I'm killing the elk with the great white. And then I'm doing 2 damage with the turkey vulture. On the following turn, the raven does 2 to me, the grizzly does 4 to me, and then I start being in trouble. Thankfully, the grizzly versus the great white means that the grizzly is going to jump in front of the great white and take 4 damage. But I can defend... Oh, I forgot this was gonna move. Actually, I think that works out in my favor. Do I win this turn? Because I now have 6 uninterrupted damage? Yeah. Shit. The health is wild. The health dynamic, the trading back and forth, the fact that basically the objective of the game, despite all the complexity that's on the table, the objective of the game is to do 5 damage in a turn. Is basically what it comes down to. If you can net 5 damage over your turn, or you can, you know, if you can do a net 5 damage total more than your opponent in 1 turn, you win. That's all it comes down to. The board state doesn't matter. That's kind of what's screwing me up, as I'm so used to card games where board state is really important and thinking forward is really important. But ultimately, I massively overthought that because all I needed to do was guarantee myself the damage for the turn. And I had sort of lost sight of that. Partially that's because of the deck I'm playing. I'm playing a deck that doesn't favor that. If you play an all flyers deck, that is a very powerful deck if it's not explicitly countered, because it's direct damage to the opponent without defense. So you don't have to contend with what they're actually playing. You just ignore their deck, basically, if it's not explicitly countering flyers. I don't think this game is balanced. I don't think you could turn this into like a real card game. I think there are explicit good and bad building choices. Um, and if you knew every card that was available and this was an actual fair game where both sides knew how many cards were held and could be played, and everybody had to abide by the payment rules, there's very quickly a winning strategy. There's explicitly, winning and counter winning strategies, and I don't think it balances out. But it does make for a really interesting single player game, and I admire that they made a card game that only works in single player. And technically only by being unfair. But I kind of like that. Choose carefully. The amorphous amoeba. Its sigils are ever changing. That filthy feral hog. It becomes incensed when its chimes are struck. Bellist. When a card bearing this sigil is played, a chime is created on each empty adjacent space. A chime is defined as 0 power, 1 health. Okay. Interesting. Costing 2 blood makes it less appealing, though. It's not like that's an interesting defensive thing, but I also don't think I can burn I don't think I can burn chimes for blood, which is what I need. With the enigmatic trapper and trader now bleeding into the snow, you persisted. You could see a light in the distance. The end is near. It is? Oh yes, I know. Oh. So is this whole thing meta? Am I approaching the cabin that I'm currently in? Huh. Well. Do I want to transfer to get an item or to pull a card class? If I can make the Mantis God fly, then it's like unbeatable. Can I do that? I hope I can. I hope I didn't just make a mistake. Yeah, I think that's the call. I still haven't opened the caged wolf. Why did that have a special sigil on it? What is that? Huh? Huh. Is that anywhere in here? There's a lot of things in here I haven't seen. I actually wonder if all of these are even in here, or if some of these are just like red herrings to get you to read through the whole book and trick yourself. I don't know what the typical number of runs is that people take to finish this game, and I don't know if this is actually an end that's approaching, or if the whole thing is like a fake out. I don't see anything. I don't see anything that looks like that's that symbol. Is there anything else for me here? It would be very weird if the game ended here. I don't think I'd stop playing because there's still a bunch to discover, obviously, but... Huh. Wait, can I pull a tooth from this thing after every match? That was weird. I have no items, which leaves me a bit up a creek, but I did kind of need them to make that last win happen. Okay. I think I'm gonna take a break and then come back, see what we're in for.